Morning, everyone. In today's session, you are going to understand how to close the profit and loss. So here is the agenda. The objective enables you to understand the profit and loss and its necessary terms in the context of business processes. The prerequisites for generating the profit and loss closing in Onfinity ERP require a configured tenant in your environment. Organizations must be configured in your tenant. Profit and loss closing dimension should be defined as an accounting dimension, and transactional data of the year or period is required for the profit and loss closing. Profit and loss closing in Onfinity ERP is the accounting process of transferring the net result of all the income and expense accounts for a financial period into the retained earnings or income summary account. This ensures that all the revenue and expense accounts are reset to zero for the new financial year or period. The net profit or loss is carried forward to the balance sheet as a part of equity. Now let's move on to the system and quickly do the setup and close the profit and loss. Before performing profit and loss closing, first, create the accounting dimension for profit and loss closing. Click New Record. Enter profit and loss closing as the dimension, and since it will be used by all legal entities, select organization as star. Save this record and close. Next, check whether it is enabled at the accounting book as a dimension. Go to Accounting Dimension, and at the Accounting Dimension tab, enable it. Enter Profit and Loss Closing Dimension, select User Element 1, and then select See Profit and Loss Dimension. Save this record. This is the initial step of configuration, and need not to repeat again every year. Now, open the Profit and Loss Closing window. Click New Record and select the document type. If it does not exist, then zoom to the document type window and create a new document type named Profit and Loss Closing. Mark it as manual, set the document base type as Profit and Loss Accounting, and if required, define the document sequence. Save, close, save, close, refresh, and you will see the profit and loss closing document type in the document type field. For example, let's say September 2025 closing is being performed. Enter the transactional date as the 30th of September. Change the accounting date accordingly. Select the legal entity, in this case Sonic Venture, and select the period or year 2025 to 2026. By default, the system takes the dates for the year, but you can change it to monthly or quarterly. For this example, select September. Next, choose your dimension, accounting book, and posting type. Then save the record. Adjust the period range correctly if required. Once saved, click Generate Lines. The lines will be generated successfully, and you can view the details such as total debit, total credit, and profit before tax. If you want to review the lines, open the Lines tab where you can see all the details. Once everything is verified, complete the record so that the period is closed. The newly created document type is not available in the period control, and hence move to the period control to open this document base type. Now move to the period control to open it. At the period control window, enable profit and loss closing for September and open it. Once it is open, complete the closing and post. As a result, the system transfers all revenues and expenses into the income summary. The income summary account is picked from the accounting book selected. And from there, the system moves on to the GL journal using the income summary code. If you want to directly transfer values into the retained earnings account, you can link the retained earnings code with the income summary account field, and the system will post values into retained earnings. That is how you can close the profit and loss. If you want to see the profit and loss statement for September 1st to September 30th, you can generate it. If you uncheck the summary and print, you will see the complete details. That is how you can close the profit and loss in the Onfinity ERP system. That's all in this video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.